Hello everyone, Sam at MantisPlaysGame here. Today we're going through Titanfall 2. Platinum review from me personally. Game came out in 2016 I believe, which is now 10 years old. And for the graphics and everything the game brings, I'm really annoyed that I didn't get around to playing it sooner. It is given anywhere between a 5 and a 6 out of 10 difficulty depending on where you look. And it should take you between about 10 to 15 hours to do. Me personally, I was in that category of 10 to 15 hours until I got met with the Gauntlet run, and that snuffled my progress somewhat. So I actually ended up finishing on about 19 and a half hours, and it was just because of that trophy. So what we'll do, guys, we'll get straight into the video, get straight into the review, and I'll see you all in there. Hello everyone, so this is Titanfall 2. Like I said, come out in 2016. It's given 5-6 difficulty out of 10. Obviously heavily dependent on 2 trophies, which is the complete the game on master difficulty and getting in the top 3 in the Gauntlet, which is very, very difficult, and I can vouch for that for myself. It'll take you, they reckon, about 10 to 15 hours to do if you have a smooth run in the Gauntlet and you get it done nice and quickly. Kudos to you if you do. I didn't, it took me hours. Offline trophies, 47. There's 37 bronze, 8 silver and 2 golds. And there's 3 online trophies, sorry. And obviously you got the Platinum trophy as well. So there's 51 trophies altogether. Now, there are no missable trophies in this. You can make this game easier or as hard as you want. You can kind of do it in 2 or 3 steps. It's entirely up to you, but we'll touch on that in a minute. There's no glitched trophies necessarily, but if you complete the game on easy and then you go back and do individual level selects on master difficulty, there is a little known bug that sometimes the actual level you finish on master is not registering that you've done it on master, so keep an eye on that one. So yeah, like I just said then, you can kind of do the game in 2 or 3 steps, however you want to do it. I went for option 1, which was the 2 steps, so not the dance move by the way, because I don't dance. I went for playing the game on hardest difficulty straight off the bat and try to get as many collectibles as I could, because I know you could do chapter select after, so I was like, well, I can just jump in on easy mode and just get the rest of the collectibles. There's 46 collectibles in total, which are all pilot helmets. I finished the game itself on 37, so I'm not the best when it comes to seeing collectibles and that. So 37 out of 46. All I had to do was pull up a guide, and I will link Power PYX's pilot helmet collectible guide, which helped me because it breaks what level it's down on, and it also breaks a sub chapter in that level as well, so it makes it a lot easier for you to look and see what collectibles you're actually missing, because when you go into mission select, it will say mission 4 chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and you can go in and select them and it will show you how many you've got in that part. And obviously watching his video as well obviously makes it a lot easier for you to get the collectibles so you don't miss out on them. So that's what I would suggest. So I know it's probably hard for some people to go in and do master difficulty off the bat. For the first 2 or 3 missions I did really struggle with the quick gameplay, because I'm used to, when you play hard games, you kind of hide behind cover all the time and stuff like that. So when I got used to the gameplay a bit more, the game did become easier, and by the end of it I wasn't dying nowhere near as much as I was. It was pretty much mistakes, if anything. I wasn't just dying from like actual like standard shooting or anything like that. So that's option 1 to do. And obviously you can do option 2, which is play the game on easy if you don't like too much for challenge or normal, and then either do another run on master difficulty when you feel like you've got more confidence, or go through and do level selects. But like I said earlier, you might have to go and do some levels again to register that you've done the master difficulty, which is the only issue on that one. Like I said, a ton of the trophies will come naturally. You'll probably get, I think I had about 33, 34 trophies just from actually completing the game. Now, I think there's a good 10 odd trophies that are all linked to your Titan loadout. So at the start of pretty much every level, you'll unlock a new loadout. Now, what I would suggest doing to save you a bit of time is just play that level along until you get your super or special, whatever you want to call it, but you have to kill another Titan with your super move on. So bear that in mind, because you've got 10 trophies all linked to that. Or you can just fire up the last mission and keep on resaving the checkpoint when you get near the end of the level, because there's a Titan there and you get a checkpoint just before it. So you can just go in and change your loadout and keep on going back and do it like that. Again, it's entirely up to you of how you want to do it. And I'd say, obviously, for if you're going to do it like this as well, the next part is just any miscellaneous trophies that you've done, so it's more of a mop-up thing. And then obviously step 2 or 3, however you're doing it, is going to be the multiplayer. Now, I confused myself with the multiplayer because I was told that you can't do it in private matches, so I was doing private match after private match, and it was a bit grief for me because it was taking me about 10 minutes to even find a game, and I wasn't getting paired with the best players in the world, I admit. So I was a bit worried at this point that this was going to ruin the Platinum experience for me. Lucky enough, someone was in my Twitch chat at the time and told me, no, you can do it in private matches. So I loaded up a game with the shortest time, the less points to win, everything like that, with bots. If you don't add anything at all, it will automatically load it with bots for you, and then you can literally just go through and rip through it, and you'll drop the trophy probably halfway through the actual game itself. Like I said, there's only 3 multiplayer trophies, and since I knew that you could get them all offline, that just made it an absolute breeze, to be honest. So yeah, I think obviously, like I said, the main trophy that you're going to have grief with is Become the Master, which is placed in the top 3 of the Gauntlet scoreboard, which means you have to do it in 33.65. Now, you'll see in the last trophy, I actually do it in 33.6. So I literally, like, yeah, it is. You must place in the top 3. You got to beat the parkour in 33.65 seconds. Now, some people would say, do this trophy first, get it out of the way. Now, if you get easily frustrated and something like that's going to put you off the Platinum, I personally would save it till last, like I'd done, because I knew I was going to struggle with it. So I was like, right, if it's my last trophy, I'm forced to do it. It's forced my hand to stay and do it. Now, my experience with this run, if I would have done this first, I wouldn't have played the game. It would have put me off and I wouldn't have done it. But after I played Master difficulty and I got used to the game, I definitely had a bit more knowledge of how the wall running worked and how the parkour worked and everything like that. So, you know, you've got... The thing is, you need to know where the enemies are first of all. So however you do it, you're going to have to go around and do a bit of researching and stuff like that. Couple of tips. Keep moving at all times. Stay on the wall for as long as you can. Use your grenades. That's pretty much all I'll say. I'm going to do a video on it specifically, so we'll touch on that in a bit more going into it. But yeah, we've got about 3 minutes to go and finish up the wrap up. So I'm going to go into some strengths and weaknesses of the game. I mean, not being funny, but look at it graphically. This game's 10 years old, and you're looking at graphics of games that you're looking at now. Like, the graphical capabilities of this game and the actual graphics that the game give out, for me, was phenomenal. I didn't feel like at any point I was playing a game that was 10 years old at all. Like, no way, not even close. Music in battle scenes was good. The gunplay was very, very good as well. Very smooth, very crisp. Doing stuff as a pilot and doing stuff as your Titan, again, was brilliant. Fast-paced gameplay. If you like this kind of thing, it's a big plus. If you don't and you prefer hiding behind things, you might struggle a bit. But I now like this kind of thing. I wasn't a massive fan of the fast-paced games, but now I'm going to go and look at doing Doom, getting some of the other Warhammer games that are very quick, and, you know, games like Wolfenstein and that I'm going to look a lot more in depth with now as well. The mechanics, the parkour, and especially the time travel elements in this game are brilliant. absolutely brilliant. I won't touch on them too much because you'll experience them as you go, but there's one mission, where you have to do a lot of time travelling so you can escape enemies, and you go into an old dimension and then you get different types of enemies in there. Absolutely brilliant. Other than that, let's move on to weaknesses, and I don't think there's a lot, to be honest. Bear in mind, you've got to give the game kudos because it is 10 years old. I've had a look online to try and get some more information, and there's not really a lot, really. They say there's not much long-term engagement after you finish the game in master difficulty. Over-reliance on parkour, I thought it was brilliant and I enjoyed it, and limited content after the game's finished. I mean, it is what it is. It's a single-player shooter. But that is it, guys, for the main part of the video. We're going to do a little wrap up bit now at the end. There's only 2 trophies I've got left here in the video, and obviously one is, this was the most difficult pilot helmet for me to get because I couldn't get up there. I just could not make the jump. As you can see, they're quite illuminated blue, so they are quite easy to see, hence why I got so many of them, and you'll probably do the same. But yeah, I think the next little clip here is just me running over the gauntlet, and I'll let the video run on, guys, and I'll see you all in the ending part. And don't try this bit at home, kids. So yes, guys, that was Titanfall 2. That was my experience of the game. As you can see at the end then, I literally just about managed to get the gauntlet. Obviously you got to do it in 33.65 seconds, and I got it in 33.60 seconds. So probably as close as you can get to getting it without actually not getting it. So but yeah, like I said, that's what I liked about the game. What I didn't, I mean, I didn't really not like anything. I thought particularly that they probably, even changing the gauntlet from 33.6 seconds to 34 seconds, something like that would have been very, very good. But you know, I'm glad that I stuck with it. I was actually doing a charity stream, a 12-hour charity stream at the time when I was doing this gauntlet speedrun, so half the stream nearly was taken up with doing this gauntlet run, but everyone in the chat kept me going, and you know, I started getting closer to it. I was like 5 seconds away, then I was like a second away every run, and it kind of comes. So that's pretty much it, really. I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please put your times in the comments below, because I'd like to see how some of you got on. I know there's some speedrunners who've done it in like 12 seconds or something. I probably could have got it done in the end under 30 seconds, but with all due respect, you sit there doing something for 5 odd hours. I had no intention of playing it anymore after I'd done that. But like I said, I am glad that I saved this trophy till last than doing it at the start, because if I would have done it at the start, it would have put me off and I wouldn't have ever platinumed it. So that is my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope, you know, you guys get something out of it. Maybe if you're on your seat a bit 50-50 whether you should try it or not, I would say please try it. I'm annoyed that I sat on my chair for so long and didn't play it, to be honest. But yeah, guys, if you could like, subscribe, you know, comment your times, comment what you like, what you didn't, everything else. It's free, it supports the channel massively. And yeah, guys, the next video will be Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 Platinum Review. Another great game that took a lot of time. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a good day whatever you're doing, and I'll speak to you all soon.